right, everybody. Thank you for joining us on today. You know what? I didn't get started right. Hang on. Let me try that again. What is up, everybody? Thank you for joining me on today's Creators Live. We're going to be doing some really beautiful, nice canvas on our brand new i2 direct-to-garment printer. I'm going to show Instagram real quick. Instagram, here you go. You guys get the scoop. And okay. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll give a little bit of time for people to filter in. In the meantime, let's see who we got here in the chat. Mr. Ron, how's everything going? Looks like you're in the NCIS control room today.
I am in the control room, yes. Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly.
Good. It's a good day, man.
Good to hear. You got some wins to share with us?
Yeah, my big win is, you know, it's always a win when your customers come pick up everything that they have ordered.
Yep. That's good. So that big order you were telling us about last week, they came and picked it up?
Yes. Everything we're working on now is all fresh, brand new. The other stuff is out. It made room. Whew, what a event.
Awesome. Great to hear. Big win. Round of applause for Mr. Ron. All right. And I see we got Dennis this week. Thanks for joining us, Dennis. See you're bouncing around on my screen here, but let's hear from you today. I'm going to call on you for once. Let's hear some wins. What have you got to share with the group? It doesn't have to be necessarily a professional win or maybe a personal win, whatever you're comfortable with sharing. I like to start off the stream with that. We can hear you. Thanks for joining us today, Dennis.
Well, my machine been down, so I should have it up and running by this weekend.
Okay. Who are you working with?
Jesse.
Okay, I'll follow up with Jesse after this and see how things are going along and see if there's anything I can do to assist.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for sharing. Let's see. I think Victor was indicating that he's on the phone, so I won't call on him right now. You're off the hook for right now, Victor. Let's talk to Michael and Yvonne. I know you guys have some news to share.
Hold on a minute. Okay, gentlemen. Wave. Yes, we have Morgan.
We got Morgan on site training you guys on the i2, correct? And administering a little bit of tech support for the FreeJet too. Morgan's in the new shop. Very good. We'll have to get a big old selfie of you guys in there. And then next week we'll print it on the canvas and put it on the wall. Okay.
Hey, he got it on the canvas, Morgan. Come here. He got it on canvas.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's impressed.
So what's the update? So what's the update on the FreeJet that took a nosedive when you were moving?
Oh, well, that's part of the reason that Morgan's looking at it right now is to give it a hand since it had a little oopsie fall down situation there. They gave me some crap afterwards for calling them out on it. Okay, all right, let's bring it back together. Okay, well, like I said, thank you guys for joining us. For those of you who have filtered in since we got started, today we're going to be doing canvas prints on the i2. All right, oh, and then Jason's sharing a win, just got an order of 60 shirts and is going to do it with DTF. Congratulations, Jason, that's a good order. All right, very good. Okay, all right, so let's get started here. So I want to go over what I've done with the machine so far and how to get it to the point that we have it. Okay, so with the i2, you do your normal startup routine. So you're going to turn it on, open your clips, and you're going to do a cleaning from your software. All of that is pretty basic for any of you who have any kind of DTG or DTF equipment. That's going to be the basic process. You open your clips, you do a head cleaning, print your nozzle check. So that's what we've done so far. On our platen, I have taped it off with masking tape and then double-sided tape on top so that I can hold my canvas sheets nice and flat. That way, when I adjust the height, everything's gonna be nice and in focus. We don't have to worry about the head catching or rubbing on anything. Not for any fear of the print head itself, but mainly for fear of ruining your nice canvas that you plan on printing on and selling. So that's where we're at. We have the platen set up here. And all I did to, as far as setup's concerned, I just took my canvas sheet, put it down here as center as I could, and then I just took a pen and drew an outline and did my tape on the inside of the outline. And that's what we've got here. And I'm printing a little bit larger than my sheet so that the print goes edge to edge without any white showing. So that's where we're at. As far as the software is concerned, we used the same settings for every single print that you're going to see today, including the one that I've shown you here. So all of the graphics that we're doing today are going to be 13 1/4 by 19 1/4 as far as dimensions. And the reason that I did that is because that's a 1/4 inch on both sides larger than my sheet. As far as the other settings, we're looking at the white environment. So we're basically treating it like a cotton shirt, and then I'm manually taking the color strength down to 65%. And that's really all of the changes. Jason, do you have a question?
No, I don't. I was just giving you a big thank you for your support today. You and James, good support that helped me get the order.
Absolutely, our pleasure.
I do.
Okay, Yvonne.
I have a question. What about pre-treating?
So pre-treat is not necessary for these particular, here, let me get the box. So the particular canvas sheets that we're using today are already treated for inkjet use. So this is the kind. This particular brand is Breathing Color Advanced Inkjet Media. This is the one that we have here. I haven't tried other ones. I'm sure they would also work fine. And you could pre-treat it yourself. I don't expect you would get much different results or any better results. So it'll probably be easier for you to just get them ready to go. And so this is how it comes. So there's, here, should we do the other cam? Okay, so this is how it comes. So we have a nice white side, and then there's kind of a more matte and speckled side, like traditional canvas, and that's the side that goes down towards the tape. So we're gonna go ahead and put it on there now. And all I'm gonna do, are we still on the B cam? All right, let's do it. There we are. Okay, so I have my outline, and basically I'm just looking to line up my sheet to the tape. I've made it pretty easy for myself. So you just drop it on down. And I have everything with no margins so that there's no guesswork as far as how far down I want it. Alternatively to putting the sheet down and then outlining it, you could also just do like a very, very low percentage print of your image in the size that you want it, and then just overlay your canvas. That's the word I'm looking for. You could overlay your canvas on top and do it that way. I didn't feel like doing the print. Oh, looks like someone's got their Mr. Dennis. We're going to go ahead and mute you. Okay. All right, so we've got this here. With the I2, before you print anything, you do want to go to your motion and sensors and home the printer. So it's going to home the platen and the gantry. So it's going to go ahead and do that here. And while I'm down here, I do see that this area of my canvas did not stick to my tape, so I can go ahead and tap that down. Okay. From here, we're going to go ahead and do an auto scan. It's going to go ahead and set the height, scan the whole bed, make sure that everything's nice and flat. It'll beep at me if something's wrong, and it'll return back to the home position. basically the printer's way of telling me, nope, you got to fix this. All right, we're looking good. Okay, all right, so we've got our canvas on here. We have the height adjusted. We're ready to print. So in my software, I'm going to select a new graphic. So you guys saw that kind of rainbow night light kind of situation. We're going to do a little bit of a different one. So I'm going to add it to the queue. And I'm going to hit go. It's going to send the job to the printer. And then it's going to beep at me. And I just press the start button here. It's going to go ahead and do that. While this print runs, it's going to be pretty quick, so we don't have a lot of time. Does anyone have any questions of anything we've covered so far? And hi, Morgan. Okay, Michael and Yvonne are asking where we got. What are you talking about? Are you talking about, I assume, the sheets, where we got the sheets from? I think we used to stock the sheets back in the day, and we no longer stock those ones, as far as I'm aware. We may have placed an order for it. I'm not sure. They've just been in our shop for a very long time. Pre-treat on canvas only if. Well, what's that?
I'll catch you later, man. I gotta get back to the 3:30.
Yeah, get back to work, you slacker. All right, so here we have it. So we got a really nice print going on here. I'm wearing gloves because I don't want to get my hands all dirty, and then I'm transferring ink over to the next canvas sheet that I load on. Okay, all right, so here we have it. And for Instagram. All right. Okay, so we're just going to take this over to the heat press. You could put it on a like a conveyor dryer or something to dry it on a real low temp. But I'm going to just put it underneath our Fusion heat press and leave it until the next one's done. All we really need to do is to dry up that ink. In our previous Canvas session, we had some of the attendees giving tips about applying a clear coat or a varnish of some kind. Some people use what's the thing called? I forget the term right now. It was like a starts with an M. Help me out, guys. It's like a putty, and it dries clear, almost like Elmer's glue. That's the association I always give it. Anyway, the term's not coming to me. But there's all kinds of ways that you can preserve the print. You're not necessarily looking to cure it because we don't need to wash it. We just need to preserve the print so that when someone handles it, touches it, and when you apply the clear coat, Mod Podge, that's the one. Yes. Oh, thank you. That was going to bother me. Okay, bonus points to Yvonne today. So basically, we just need to preserve the print so that when we apply this clear coat preservative on the image, it's not going to smudge or get funky looking, and it's ready to sell. Also joining us today, oh, he's walking away. Sorry, did you want to come and say hi while I load up the next one? Do we have him mic'd up? All right, so we're going to have a little guest speaker with us today. While he gets mic'd up, I'm going to go ahead and load up another image and get another sheet going. Can I see a show of hands, either in the chat or the little emoji hand raising situation? Who here does Canvas printing currently with the equipment that they have? Because you can do it on the FreeJet. We have covered that in the past. Has anyone seen the Canvas printing video that we did before? Ron, I think you were there for that one live. Same thing with Victor and Michael and Yvonne. And I'm pretty sure Dennis too. That was back, I think, December, November, if I remember correctly. So I'm going to go ahead and load this one on. Okay.
So my question is centered around this. Okay, I see you doing the flat sheets. So can you also do the ones that already have frames on them.
Yes. So with those ones, probably your best bet would be to remove the platen and put it onto the bed itself, just like with the free jet, especially for yours since you're using the free jets. So for you, what you would do is take the platen off and replace it with that canvas that's framed or on the wood, I don't know what the term for it is, mounted, and you would go ahead and put that where the platen goes. The tricky part is you do still want to put double-sided tape down to keep it flat, because a lot of the times the wood for those is not flat, and it'll be a little bit uneven, and you need your print area to be flat, as I'm sure you know. So that's a really great question. So I would definitely refer you to our previous video on the topic so you can get all the specifics for the free jet. Can we link that one, Mauricio? Yeah. Awesome. And joining me today, Mr. Edgar. We usually have him virtual. Today I wrangled him and got him in person. Thank you for joining us so much. I know you were kind of a spectator. I kind of roped you in here last minute. All right, so we're working on a whole bunch of stuff with Edgar to kind of integrate into all of your production needs and business growth type stuff. I don't know if there's anything we can talk about quite yet, but you guys can
we
sure
really,
that it's coming
yeah,
soon.
it's coming soon. We can't go into detail right now, but it is going to have to do with, advanced training for production, growing your business and so forth. And, we're going to be rolling out some content for that. So coming soon. Don't have an exact date, but it's going to be soon.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, just wanted to tease that for you guys. It's going to be some really cool stuff. I'm very excited. I think the whole team is. And have you done much production of canvas printing at all?
Yes, primarily on canvas tote bags. We used to do thousands of those.
Okay.
And we ran those on the free jet. So I'm not sure if Ron had a question or what you guys were talking about right now was for tote bags or something similar. But I know when we were running production, we used the settings. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with like the medium large dot settings. So I would recommend you guys do like medium large, if not large dot, which allows you to print further away from the actual material.
And that'll give you results like this. We have some demonstrations of that.
Yeah.
And this one we did on one of our Creators Life sessions on tote bags. I don't know if you guys remember that. And we have a hand raised. Let's see, who do we have? Is that John Muraney? Go ahead, Mr. John. Okay, how about, is he able to speak? Did we give him permission? Mr. John, go ahead if you have a question. You should be able to unmute yourself. If not, we'll go ahead and move along, and once you get it figured out, then we can hear from you. Okay, so we have our print here. Like I said, we have this on the white cotton environment, so we're treating it just like it's a white t-shirt, with the exception of the color strength, which we've lowered. We have a question. Ooh, that one looks really nice on the camera.
In person too.
Of course. But it's nice and bright.
Yeah.
Okay. David Bland asks, when using QRIP, if I change a setting, for example, color booster, do I have to start over with the setup or will it change on the fly? After you've set your environment, after you've chosen from the drop-down list, all the other settings will stay until you close that graphic or select a new environment. So you always want to make sure you just check it. If that's something that you adjust on the regular, make sure you pay attention to it and don't just assume that it's going to be selected.
Running production, I kind of stayed away from color booster, especially when we were doing a lot of wholesale printing, because you have to make sure that you're writing down everything that you do. So if you have a file for a customer and you kind of do a color booster and you adjust your settings and then you don't write that down, then the next time that you have to run the production or the customer wants a repeat order, if you don't have those exact settings, it's going to look different. So, you know, I primarily use the fuzziness next to the settings, and we always had that around 20, and that always gave it, you know, a good little boost as far as, you know, the brightness. But I for the most part stayed away from color booster unless you're doing like a one-off, and then even if you're doing that, that requires you to do extra testing to test out the different settings. So it's more of a lengthier process, and I would only recommend color boosting if you're gonna do like larger volume orders where you're gonna fine tune it for a customer, but you definitely wanna write down all those settings.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and let you off the hook, Edgar. Thank you for joining us today. Really appreciate it. Nice to see you in the office. Okay, all right, so Noel, you wanna jump in? No? Oh, he's running away. Okay, all right. Okay, so we're doing a couple of more prints. Anyone got any questions about what we're doing with the canvas? Victor, we didn't hear from you. Now that you're off the phone from the looks of it, let's hear a win from this last week, huh? I didn't forget it.
Hey, how's it going? Sorry, I had calls. Hi, everybody. Nothing really spectacular this last week. You know, just processing all those football orders. First game is this weekend, as Friday, and so they're going to get them all delivered at the game. And they've all been notified. So between the printing and the embroidery, it was pretty smooth. It just, you know, it's all about just setting up a good system where you can take orders from a bunch of different sources and make them part of just your regular process. That's I think is what I would imagine a lot of people who are starting out, they have a lot of issue with. That looks really good. It's just, you know, how do you get orders? How do you streamline it? How do you fulfill them quickly? And you know, and then you have your regular everyday orders that come in, and then you have orders that are special orders that come in. And how do you deal with both of them and still make them part of the same process? So that's always something that I'm working on and trying to improve. And I, you know, I see the surges here and there, and the system just keeps working. So that's kind of my win.
Love it. Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate it. And to all the regulars who join us every week, I really appreciate your attendance. It really does help the community aspect of what we're looking to accomplish here by promoting everyone's growth and making sure as a group, as a team, that we can all come together and make sure that everyone is succeeding. And if there's someone who's not succeeding, then we got to get that person some help and get it handled. David has another question. When testing Color Boost, can I change settings on the fly, or do I have to start over each time? I do keep a log of settings for each order. So when you set the Color Boost value, you would do that after setting the environment. If you do it during a print, I think is maybe what you're asking as far as like on the fly. It would not take effect for the print that's running. You would have to right click and do another print for it to print with those new settings. I think that's maybe what you were asking, so hopefully that answered your question. Okay, so let's take a look here. I mean, Canvas is a pretty straightforward, pretty easy process. My goal for maybe the rest of the year, we're still gonna do a lot of FreeJet content. I know a lot of you guys are FreeJet owners, and I wanna make sure you continue to get more content and information out of me for the FreeJet printer, but I also do want to sprinkle in kind of the same stuff that we've done on the FreeJet and show folks who have the i2 how to accomplish those same things on their i2. Because the printing platform is similar, but it's different enough that I do want to go ahead and address those. So for those of you maybe who have the i2 now, or will be having the i2 in the near future, if there's specific things you want to see, we definitely want to go ahead and showcase those. You know, it's a new product. We got to show off what it can do, right? So I have a little bit of homework for you guys. I didn't discuss this with my team, but I have a little bit of homework. Ron, I'm talking to you too. So I want you guys to pick your favorite graphic that you've printed in the last year, and I want you to have it on a shirt, wear it for the next time we have Creators Live. I want to see who will pass their exam. Let's call it a little test here. Professor Brian coming out, and let's see what kind of stuff you guys come up with. Anything else that you guys need, you guys have my information, brian@omniprintonline.com, and always make sure to utilize all of our free resources. You have the Facebook group, the Instagram, the TikTok and Twitter. We have our YouTube channel, which is huge. We're always putting out more stuff. We're shooting for at least one new video every week. We have, obviously, Creators Live. You guys know about that, I would hope, unless you just found yourself here by mistake. And our knowledge base. So our knowledge base is always being updated, always new stuff being added, because there's so much in this industry that we can teach you. We could talk to you all day. So if there's anything that you need, please feel free to reach out to myself or to your sales rep, and we will see you guys this time next week. Oh, was there a question? One more? One more print? Okay, we'll do one more print, Okay. All right. Oh, we do have another question. Have you done any in-depth lessons on how to center a graphic on the pocket area of a t-shirt, not necessarily a shirt with a pocket, but like the left chest logo area is what you're talking about there, David. So we have talked about that. We do have a lot of really experienced folks in the chat with us today who I'm sure would be happy to talk your ear off about it. Effectively, what you want to shoot for is, let's see, can we do the close-up cam so I can show them on my shirt? Okay, so what we're going for, you want the bottom of the neck area. Usually you'll do like 2.5, 3 fingers down, and then you want to go center your graphic in line. This is really hard to do when I'm looking at the screen, but you want to center your graphic in line with the edge of the collar area. In my case, I have a shirt pocket, which my pin is on. If this was a t-shirt like a crew neck, I would want this graphic a little bit higher up. So right around here is where you do it. So that's how you position it. You would use your chest platen, and you would go ahead and put it on that way. So just to answer your question there, thank you for asking. All right, so we're gonna do one more. I really like that last print that we did. And to give you an idea that, can you guys pass me back that Italy print that we just did? Yeah. Where did that go? Oh, it's over here. Okay, so just to give you an idea, guys, of the different level that the i2 produces this stuff at, we did this one in 41 seconds. So you can time it for this one. It's already printing. Done a couple of passes. In the 40-second range. That's pretty cool. I'm very happy with that. I'm pleased with that. So that's what we got going on. Oh, I smudged it a little bit. All right, Mario, you were asking, you can print DTF on the i2 also. You are correct. It does run the same inks as our Omni DTF printer. So you would be able to just put your sheet down and print on it mirrored, and you would do the color pass first and then the white. You would have to manually powder it and cure it, so you wouldn't have the advantages that the Omni DTF has, but you would still be able to get it done. Heated platen would be a little too small to take advantage of the full print area that we have here. I would really recommend, if you plan on doing a lot of DTF, do you have a, let's see, Mario, you have a printer already. So if you're looking to expand to new equipment, I'm not sure if you have an assigned sales rep or not, but feel free to email me. My email is in the chat if you don't have a sales rep that you work with regularly. And we can talk about what's going to be the best fit for your next printer, if that's what you're looking at. I would be happy to take a look at what your needs are and fit you with something that makes sense. So that's all we have for today. Like I said, we have our all of our free content that we put out. We update it constantly. Michael and Yvonne are asking, can you put that in a heat press? So can we actually pan over here? So we have our, that's how we're curing it. So we have our Fusion heat press. I just have it to set to 305. And I just put it right down on here, close the drawer, and I'm just letting this hover. I'm not clamping it down or closing it to any capacity. I'm just leaving it just like that until the next time that I have a print to replace it with. And it's enough time that this will be dry to the touch. And like we were talking about before, that's really all we need so that you can put on the Mod Podge or the Varnish, clear coat spray paint, whatever you're using. Great question. All right, so we'll catch you guys same time, same channel, this time next week, every Wednesday, 2 p.m. Pacific. And one more time. And who am I talking to? I don't see. Oh, okay. And welcome, Debbie, to the Facebook group. We did see that you joined there, so welcome. And you know what? Let's, for those of you who are in the Facebook group, if you guys want to post your homework to the Facebook group so that we can show it next week on Creators Live, that would also be pretty cool. I'll put a post together after this, and we'll see you guys next week. Oh, which one are we on? Bye, guys.